Howdy, folks. Spencer here, and today I want to talk to you about the latest batch of news for STO on both PC and console. As always, chapters are going to be listed down below if you want to skip ahead to any specific news piece. And today I want to start off with the console news here, just a couple quick pieces. So, the first thing for those of you on console is that there is currently a 35% legendary sale running until May 29th. And alongside this 35% legendary sale, the 10th anniversary bundle is going to be available for a limited time in the C store. So, if you have been waiting to pick that bundle up, now would be a good time to do so. It will be there again until May 29th at 12 p.m. Pacific time. If you miss the 10th bundle with this sale, just keep in mind that it will be available again a few more times throughout the year. So you will have more opportunities moving forward to get that bundle. And for the rest of the legendary bundles, this 35% sale is basically as good as we get most of the time. There have been a handful of 40% sales right around the end of the summer event in the past couple of years, but those ran for a very short duration, even shorter than the duration of this sale here. So, if you are really wanting to pick up a specific bundle, I would say to just go in and pick it up because the difference between 35% off and 40% really isn't that much, and the 40% sale isn't even guaranteed to happen again this year. So if you've been waiting for a sale, then I would take advantage of it. And over on console, you guys do also have an Admiralty bonus week running up through June 1st. So if you have like a recruitment character that you're working on the Admiralty task on, now would be a good time to go in and spam a ton of Admiralty missions and get as much campaign progression as you can. And if you're working on any alts trying to get their Admiralty campaigns up to get the dilithium out of it, then now would be a good time to take advantage of this event and spam as many Admiralty missions as you can. Over on the PC side of things, we have a bonus Zen sale currently going on and a ship sale. So I want to take a look at the Zen charge bonus here first. This is a 25% charge bonus through Arc. And if you play through Epic, it ends up being a 25% discount, which is a pretty good deal when you consider what most of the sales in the past year or so have looked like. So this is 25% bonus Zen or discount depending on what platform you're on. And this is going to be running from today through May 27th. So if you have been waiting to pick up some Zen, then now would be a very good time to do so. What this means is if you put 200 bucks in on Arc, you're going to get 28,000 Zen. And if you're playing through Epic or an Epic linked account, and no, if your account is not already linked to Epic, you're not going to be able to link it. It just isn't an option anymore. So if you do happen to have an Epic linked account, then you can get 23,000 Zen for 150 bucks. So pretty good deal there for especially for those of you on Epic. And even for those of us on Arc, again, this is a better Zen charge bonus than they've given us for a while. Most recent Zen charge bonuses have just been 20%, so you're getting a little bit extra Zen for your money here during the next couple of days. Now, the other part of this sale is a 20% ship sale. This is going to be running a couple days longer up through May 29th. So 20% off all ships in the C store, 20% off all ship and dry dock slots, and then all of the ship upgrades and fleet ship modules. So this is live right now, except it's not actually fully working. You see, recently they went through and they separated all of the T6 ships by faction in the C store, and it seems like it may have messed with things a little bit because the T5 ships here are, impacted by the sale, but these T6 ships, well, none of them are currently getting the 20% off. So I imagine this will be fixed in a few hours and maybe by the time you see this video, but just know that when this went live, it was indeed sort of broken. And while I'm here, The next thing I was going to talk about is that they now have 3D ship previews in the C store. So you can see this here. Before this update, when you wanted to look at a ship in the C store, it was static images of the ship from a few different angles. And now you do have the option to move the ship around and look at it like you would in the um, at the ship tailor there. So you can also change the variant here to see what the different versions look like. And it should tell you where you can unlock the skin for X variant also. So if you don't have something unlocked, it should tell you that it would come from like the 10th bundle or some other bundles. So pretty handy. And this does also apply to the ships in the mud store that are individually listed. It does not, however, apply to the bundles. So you can't look at the bundle ships one by one, but you can look at the individual ships one by one. And I do just want to quickly mention that they have been teasing the Titan quite a bit recently. And over on the Play Star Trek Online version of this 3D ship preview blog, the picture that they have up at the top here, if you scroll in and look at the top right, you can indeed see the new Titan being teased there. So again, I think I've talked about this in previous videos, but the Titan is expected to come out probably sometime in June, and the expectation is that it's going to be a promotional ship. They could surprise us and make it a C-store ship, but it has been quite a long time since they released a promo ship, and typically with the really iconic ships, they like to put them in a promo box first, and then later on they might have a legendary or C-store version. So while it's being teased on this picture for C-store ships, I just think they're just teasing it to show that it's incoming, and I do truly expect that it is going to be a promotional ship. And for those of us on PC, there's a double XP weekend running from today through May 29th. So if you have any characters to work on, or you have a bunch of research assignments you want to burn to get XP or work on spec points, now would be a good time to take advantage of those and get your character leveled up. And the next thing is that there is also a mud sale going on. So yesterday I talked about the new TNG bundle, and one thing I need to clarify is that they have adjusted the price of the full mega pack. Because it does not have 8 items in it, they have adjusted the price down. So if you wanted the mega pack, that would be $250 with the current sale. Or if you're playing through Epic, probably about 150 to 160 bucks, in which case it's probably a little bit easier for some people to justify getting. So the other part of this mud sale that I did not talk about in that video yesterday is that alongside the release of the bundle, there is a 75% sale on all non-bundle items in the mud store up through May 29th. So this is standard whenever they release a new Muds bundle. They put the rest of the Muds items on a 75% discount. So if there's anything that you've been waiting to pick up from the space items tab or the ground items tab or even the ships tab, then now would be a good time to go in and take advantage of this sale. Again, I would probably recommend the Imperial Rift set if you're an EPG player, or if you're someone that likes to make a ton of characters. This is a full deflector, engine, core, shield set that you can claim instantly on a low level character, and you can upgrade it for free all the way up with your character up to end game. So pretty good set. And again, it's really good for EPG builds. For the ground items, this is really up to you. That this is all this stuff is really not that relevant, but it's more of is this something that's gonna add some fun to your gameplay, and if so, then you might want to consider it. And for the ships here, the I don't have it listed for whatever reason. I don't know why it's not showing, but The Rising Corvette, if you do not already have that, that's going to be 4250 Zen, and that does have a really good experimental weapon on it. And the Starship trait is very good for PvP, from what I understand. So that may be a ship to consider. And some of these other ships may interest you, but that's going to depend on your playstyle. So take a look through the Mud Store. 75% off on all of the non-bundle items here for the next couple of days. See if there's anything that interests you, and if there is, take advantage of the sale. And the next thing I want to take a look at are the 10 forward notes for this week. There's not really too much that was announced. It was a very short stream. But one of the highlights here is that the old Omega Reputation ground visuals from before Delta Rising now have a way to be unlocked by players that were not around at that time period, or that just didn't get them unlocked back in the day. So for those of you not familiar, Delta Rising came out October 14th of 2014. So was that like 8.5 years ago? And basically, when Delta Rising dropped, the elite versions of all of the Borg queues just disappeared. So if you did not play the old Borg content before Delta Rising, then after Delta Rising went live, you were unable to complete some of the accolades and unlocks that were associated to playing that content. And one of those was a set of unlocks that you would get from playing the old Elite Borg missions. And those unlocks would net you exclusive armor visuals for each of the three Omega Reputation ground sets: the Omega set, the Klingon Honor Guard set, and the Starfleet Mako set. Now, these weren't that big of a deal for most people. If you look at this picture here, the unique unlock one is this third one. It looks quite similar to the others, just a couple of differences here or there. But the point is, people like to have access to things, and they haven't had the ability to gain access to those visuals on any characters that weren't created before Delta Rising, or any characters that just didn't get those unlocks while that content was available. So what they've done is they've put in a new mission into the Omega Reputation, and it's very cheap. But if you go through and do this like the new Honor Guard style, just a couple of marks and you should unlock that visual there. And I think there might be the same thing for the others. So just have a look through the Omega Reputation, and if you see that you have an Honor Guard style thing that you can do, it'll cost you like 5 marks. Just go through and do it, and you'll have a new costume that you can put on your character there. Okay, back to the 10 forward notes here. There wasn't too much else. They were talking about making some of the new Federation bridges usable for players, and the workaround they've found that might make it possible is by just putting the consoles that would normally be in the ready room on the bridge, which I don't think is that big of a deal. That's what they've done with a lot of the lockbox ship bridges anyways, so I think that's perfectly acceptable. And I think that's pretty much it for 10 forward. So on the PC patch notes here, a lot of these things I've already talked about, like the 3D view thing in the C store. They resolved an issue where buying the second chance buyout was causing it to prorate the dilithium received. So I'm guessing that people were receiving a ton of dilithium when they did a second chance buyout. They resolved an issue with the morphogenic Polaron Omni where it was having some targeting arc issues under surgical strikes. And they they gave us the unlock for those ground visuals like I talked about. And then they fixed an issue with the Krenim Science Vessel where it couldn't use the consoles off of the Zoll and the Krenim Imperium, it looks like. So weird changes to be happening this far in, but that's good to see that they're being fixed finally. All around, it's good to see old content getting fixed up there, so like to see it and hope to see more. And there's a known issue that some ships do not appear properly positioned on the character select screen. And there's also still a couple issues that I don't think they have fixed, like the trade off the Hydra, the Strike Group Command Authority, I think it is. That is still busted as far as I know. I don't know if they've fully fixed the Gorn trait because it was bugged really bad with Thaw. So I wish they would put down some more known issues here so people know if things have been fixed or not. But just know that there's things that are not fixed yet that are not listed there. And I think that's pretty much it for today. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them down below. But that's going to be it for now. Again, thank you to all channel members and viewers for the continued support. See you guys around.